It's giveaway day, it's giveaway day, yeah, 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 it's giveaway day, woo! Hey everyone, how's it going? It is time to climb. I'm gonna show you today how I make these things climb up because they don't just do them on their own. You have to give them something to climb up and you have to help them along. It's not just stick a moss pole in something and it'll do it on its own. They don't have little feet. You have a plant like a Monstera, they want to climb up towards the sky. They do not want to hang down. If you're leaving your Monstera adansonii to hang down, you're going to see that it gets really long vines and it's not putting out barely any leaves. Meanwhile, we have this one here that's climbing up and this thing puts out leaves like crazy, probably every inch or two. There definitely is a trick to it. So, and it is pretty easy. I keep saying all of this stuff is easy and I hope that it's easy. I've done my research and we failed. So I shouldn't say things are easy because we've learned our lesson. So just remember that when you're doing this kind of stuff. Plants are finicky. Plants are also resilient. So if you do something wrong to a plant and it's showing signs of it hating you, then do something right and hopefully it'll start showing signs of it liking you again. There's a few things with your plants that you can do to make sure that they don't die. And number one is research, because every single plant is different. And I said that in my last video, so remember it. So you need some stuff. You need a moss pole. We have never bought a moss pole before. We make our own. There are a few things that you can grab from the dollar store and your local nursery, and it's pretty easy to make a moss pole. So you need something to wrap the moss around. Some people use plastic because it doesn't rot out. I found these like big kebab sticks, big old bamboo sticks, campfire bamboo sticks at the dollar store. They rot out, but quick fix. I mean, what were they, $1.25? They can rot out and you can switch them out a couple times. It's okay. These bamboo guys also, you can get them, they're in the dollar store, they're at Bradford, they're at Barrie Garden Center, they're kind of everywhere, probably at Home Depot and those types of places. They don't rot out. I don't think it's just the bamboo. I think it has a coating on it, but they're just bamboo sticks for gardening. And so grab something that's long and stick-like, that if you want it to last a long time, doesn't rot, so plastic is fine. The second thing that you need for your moss pole is moss. Yes, I said it. Moss for your moss pole. So this is not moss, this is cocoa coir. This is the stuff that you put in your hanging baskets in the summertime, and it's supposed to like keep it from drying out. So this I got in like a big roll. You get it in the springtime. It's hard to find right now. That works really, really well because it's already fused together. The other thing is sphagnum moss. I say sphagnum moss all the time in my videos and I don't know if you guys know what it is, but you buy it at the garden center. I think that we got this big brick. It's quite expensive. Like Bradford sells a small one for $5.99. So the sphagnum moss will definitely run you up a little bit. And I'm gonna say it's pretty easy again, but you take it, sometimes it's a two-person job. Jordan does this a lot for me, my partner. But you take it, you wrap it around, and then I just buy twine also from the dollar store. It works just fine. I like the color of twine. I like how it looks. Against the cocoa coir, you can use rope, you can use fishing line, you can use whatever you want to stick it on this pole. Wrap it around the pole, and voila, you have a moss pole, or a cocoa coir pole, I guess I should call it. So you can't just stick the pole in the plant and expect the plant to know what to do. You do have to help it, and that's where this gardening tape, it's like Velcro. One side's like fuzzy and one side's the prickly part and it sticks to each other itself. This stuff is awesome. The reason you wouldn't want to use your twine or your fishing line is because it doesn't have any give to it. So if your plant if you push it up too tightly and your plant starts growing around it, it can restrict your plant. And you want to take your vines and literally wrap them or pull them up the moss pole. Now you can see in like our big gigantic Monstera deliciosa behind me, we don't even have moss poles in it. We just have the poles. We didn't put moss on them at all, and they're doing perfectly fine. We have one that's sticking to the banister. It's gonna be interesting moving because like I don't think the landlords want us to take this banister, but it's part of our plants now, so I don't know what they expect us to do. No, things are gonna have to be chopped, unfortunately, but the other thing that we do is we have like this little ladder for our Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. And it's just made out of like a softwood stake that we got from the dollar store. A lot of stuff we get from the dollar store. I'm a cheapy cheap. So when I'm talking about stuff, it's not breaking the bank usually. And I'll tell you if it was a big purchase that I invested in. But my partner, again, he threw that together with some screws. I mean, it doesn't look pretty, but it also looks really rustic. So we kind of like it. And it's a soft wood. So we use our tape, we tape it up against the soft wood, and the vines actually climb onto this. It's so neat. The other thing is you'll see our tetrasperma is way over the ladder. And once it hit a certain height, it started falling back down. So we actually have this green tape around it. Then we have tacks on the green tape holding it up against the wall so that it's climbing up the wall rather than falling down. So although it looks like this is just like, oh, it's so easily growing up our wall and turning into a jungle, we're helping it out. It's our little secret. Shh, don't tell anybody. The other type of moss pole that we have is a flat moss pole. And again, we made all of these. So it's just a flat piece. I think it's like cedar. Flat piece of cedar with the sphagnum moss wrapped around it, and we use fishing line for that one so you couldn't see it. The roots actually penetrate into the moss on that one and it stuck itself to it. It still does need help. We have one piece of tape, and then once it roots into the moss, that's when we take the tape off. So it looks like we haven't done anything, and it's a really easy process, but we help all of these plants go up. So the biggest thing to take from this video is that you gotta help your climbing plants climb. It's super easy to look at my house and think that these guys have just put on their own show and effortlessly made it up my railing, but no, we pay attention to these plants daily, weekly, and we're constantly pinning them up as soon as we see them fall over. It's another way that you can actually help them grow the way that you want, because these plants are flexible. They're always looking, like a vining plant is always looking for something to grab onto. So instead of constantly going up, they can go side to side. So if you have a moss pole that's just going up, you need to help it out. Did I forget something? It's giveaway day, it's giveaway day, it's giveaway day, it's giveaway day, 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 giveaway day, 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 giveaway day. Okay, here we go. I can't see in the bowl. It is Casey Nelson. Congratulations. Message me here if you're on the berry group. I will message you there and we will get this plant to you. Congrats.